we are going to go into what we call our pregame warm-up. So think about yourself just like a pro athlete, right? You're about to go play in the Super Bowl or in the Masters or do, any type of major, sporting event. You see them all the time in the locker room. They're going through every part of the event, the race, in their mind. They've got their eyes closed, they're taking a deep breath, they're really focused, and they're running through exactly what's going to happen and making sure that they're ready to rock and roll. Now, in that pregame warm-up, they're doing usually 3 things. Well, they're not. In our pregame warm-up, we're doing 3 things. Number 1, we're going to visualize. So we've toured the area. We now have parked our car. We are now sitting in our vehicle, and I'm going to talk about where to park and all that fun stuff. But we're sitting in our vehicle, and we're going to visualize the appointment from start to finish. Us knocking on the door 10 minutes prior, them answering the door, us shaking their hand, taking our shoes off, walking into the home, directing them to sit down into a comfortable area so that we can talk about their goals and go through the special features, the hidden gems, build rapport. Then from there, we're going to visualize us setting the expectation with them, delivering the promise, touring the home with purpose, which we're going to talk about today. Then we're going to come back inside, take our shoes back off, sit down at the kitchen table. We'll talk about if the home is vacant or not in a moment. Sit down at the kitchen table. We're going to deliver the most powerful listing program on earth. We're going to take them through their special terms and make sure that we have all of their exactly what they want to get the house sold. We're going to go through estimated net sheets. We're going to take them through our onboarding worksheet. We're going to then go transition into our very simple close. They're going to sign our onboarding agreement, give us a key to the lockbox. We're going to grab our lockbox, put it on the front door. And I know areas are different how you do this, but put the key in the lockbox. We're going to take some exterior photos of the house for our coming soon photo. And then we're going to get in our car and drive away and be smiling from ear to ear that we just helped somebody with one of their biggest assets in their life. And we're going to make a significant amount of compensation, depending on your value, for doing this. So my question is, are you doing this? Are you doing that kind of level of mindset before you walk into the listing appointment, right? I used to be rushing it. I would show up, a few minutes before the appointment early on, and I would just grab my stuff and I'd be like, oh, I've got a cool presentation. I do the best marketing. I'm so cool. I would knock on the door and I would just be like, hey, what's up, right? And I would just do my best. But that pregame warm-up process took a lot of pressure off of me of just seeing exactly what I need to do, taking a deep breath, calming down, and going, you've got this. You know what to do. You've practiced enough during the week, and weeks prior to this. You've gone to workshops. You've tested this on your significant other, your grandma, your cousin, your battle buddy at the office. I call them battle buddies, right? Your buddy or your buddiette, right? The person that's like, hey, can I spend an hour to go through my presentation with you and do a mock presentation so when I do it live, I feel comfortable? You did the work. Now you should feel proud and just go and deliver an experience. Okay? Now, also, I'm now going to recite affirmations. So now I'm going to start having this mindset talk with myself. And mine is very simple. All I do is I go, they're going to love me. They're going to laugh at all my jokes. I'm going to leave with a signed agreement and a key in the lockbox. That's it. Now, if you don't have good jokes, change your different affirmation, right? But I'm going to say it over and over and over, right? I'm probably going to go through this 10 times. Now, where you park matters, because if you're doing this in their driveway and you're talking to yourself, you're going to look like a lunatic and they're going to think you're some kind of weirdo. So where we park matters, okay? We never park in the driveway of any home. Yeah, there's a number of reasons. Number one is Again, they could be coming home and rushing to the appointment too. You're going to be blocking them from pulling in their garage, which is just going to irritate them. Another major reason, when you leave the property to take your coming soon photos, we don't want your vehicle in the driveway, and nor do we want you to have to take the extra time to move your car to take your coming soon photos. Some of you, what if your car's leaking oil and you just put a nice beautiful oil stain on their beautiful driveway that you're about to sell, right? And then the last reason, and people get sometimes personal about this, but it is what it is, your car really isn't that nice. And when they come out to meet you, they're going to size you up in a few minutes and they're going to go, okay, this is supposed to be one of the best people to get my home sold, but they're driving a 1987 Toyota Corolla with one hubcap missing. Am I going to trust them with one of my biggest assets? I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that. So if you don't have the ability to borrow a nice vehicle for a listing appointment, then make sure that your vehicle is out of sight and that it's not something that's going to be easily noticed when you're coming to do this appointment, because every single aspect of you is being judged. We're all a walking presentation. And people ask me all the time, Brendan, I don't know why I'm struggling to get agreements assigned. And I talk about the nuance. I go, well, what did you wear? And they go, what? I go, what'd you wear to the appointment? And they're like, a polo shirt. It's, it's hot here in South Texas, or it's, this or that. And I go, so you wore a polo shirt and jeans to a listing appointment. Okay. I've gone into an appointment after another agent was coming out wearing shorts and flip-flops. So we have to have a sense of pride. Now, you might be going, well, I'm in Hawaii. That's total common practice, right? And I get it. There are these rare exclusions where the area is different, and I understand that, and I get it. And again, if you're going, I sell properties that have land and horses, right? When I do that, I still look nice. I look like Yellowstone nice, right? Like I'm still wearing boots and jeans, but I'm still wearing some sort of jacket. I look like a Texas oil man. I don't look like I just got off a bucking bronco, right? It's very different in those aspects. So I think this is a thing that people struggle with, that I always try to make a point on, is presentation matters. When I was dead broke and I had $90 to my name, I had one shirt from TJ Maxx, a Van Heusen, I don't know, whatever the brand is that makes the shirts. I had, I think, one tie, and I used to always wear a tie. I just had one outfit that was my listing appointment outfit because I was broke. But it was the best listing outfit I could have for that one appointment because it was a show. You're going on a presentation. Now, the other big piece is people are all different. They came up different ways. You're going to be meeting with military people. You're going to be meeting with people from all different backgrounds. People always ask me this question, can you ever dress too nice for an appointment? Now, too nice to me would be a tuxedo. That is too nice, right? That would be probably the variation of going way too nice. What we're trying to do, and please write this down, is look like somebody they would trust with a $500,000 investment. That's what we're trying to do. And I don't know if I'm going to do that with somebody that wears flip-flops, right? Right? Like that's something that I'm going to be really, concerned with and a little bit worried about. Now, in this as well, shoes matter, right? I have a pet peeve because I was prior military. You show up to my home wearing a busted, non-polished pair of shoes, I take offense. I could be a weirdo, but that's me, right? I've never had somebody go, I wish your shoes looked dirtier, right? So think about this. And then the last piece of this that I'll leave with you, you smell. You have a smell. Some of you decide to go, Old Spice, Axe body spray, and ladies, I love, Chanel No. 5 in very low moderation. But if you walk in like you're going to the club and the scent is so strong that it's making my nostrils burn, I've had a seller, and she goes, I interviewed 3 agents before you even come over. The other 3 people, they had such a scent about them. So when you come over, please do not wear any cologne or anything like that. I'm very sensitive. I know it sounds weird, but remember, we're selling a person. Is it about them or is it about us? So when we stage a home to try to be neutral, to try to be Pottery Barn. We don't stage a home to look like Hot Topic, right? We don't stage a home to have a spiked necklace and a red mohawk. That's not what we're trying to do. So we've got to think about it. I always tell people, you think I like dressing like Mr. Rogers for listing appointments? No. But do you trust Mr. Rogers? Yes. Right? So just get very clear on that. I know we love our jewelry. I know some of us are dipped in all of these things. Ladies, some of you have your fingernails that I think you're Wolverine, like you could cut through steel, right? Like, I get it. That might be the jam in your area, but it freaks people. You got little rings through them and they jingle jangle all around. You're about to do a hand presentation. Make sure that every piece of this is thought through if you want to make a lot of money. It's about them, not us. Be a neutral chameleon and you will have a lot more success. Okay? Now, you can do whatever you like. People have got offended when I've said, and I know it's cute with the nose rings and the little thingies and the barbells and the hoopy haws and all of this stuff. I feel like I'm 90 years old saying these things now. I always thought, though, even at a very young point of this, of going, everything you do, someone's judging you, and they're making a decision if they're going to give you money or not based on their value of feeling if they feel comfortable or not. And everybody's different. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't have success. We've all seen the tattooed real estate agent, right? He's got his whole face tattooed. I know we've seen all of this. I'm trying to help. I want to make the odds as easy as it's possible for you to have as much success as humanly possible. Just think through it, right? Just think through it.